I believe that if everyone sees what just a few people become when they wholly embrace their gifts, others will awaken.
Where's Goose? Welcome. It's gonna be a show. We're gonna have some kale and some potatoes. How you doing? Turns out I need to make coffee, so you're gonna see some stuff you may have seen before. But if you're new here or if you forgot, it's pretty fundamental. Michigan deck card of the show. That one is the Five of Clubs. Welcome, everybody. Remember it.
This we want
I think the truth that we can hold is like that's methodical truth. That's the truth that can be generated from a method. I think the truth that you're pointing to, the truth that seeks unity and seeks to be one with and participate in, which you're, I think, rightly talking about as love, and of course, relevance realization always involves caring, and I won't repeat that argument. I think that's all correct. But like, for example, all of those sort of dimensions, interpretation, inspiration, intuition, insight, right? Each one of those has in it exactly what you said. It has love, there's a leap in it. And there's a love of something that is not, so there's almost something like a bit of a Pauline notion of faith. There's a love of something that is not yet fully disclosed, right? Each one of those, and that's the daemonic, that's the metaxu, that's the in-betweenness, right? And it's weird because like Hermes or Thoth or Hanuman or Michael, that's the locus of, they're in that weird place where there's an other that's me in self-transcendence. And it's a way in which I'm loving a self I'm not yet, but it's not egocentric because I'm loving a self that is in more conformity to what is real. So I'm also
LARP! We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. LARP! We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. That was a McMo one, I think. I believe that was a McMo masterpiece. I think that was his stylistic impression, signature thereof. Okay. Oh, the microphone was in the wrong spot. Somebody said I need a haircut. Okay, welcome, everybody. You want to know what it looks like when I failed some savings throws? There's a confession of it on yesterday's stream. You can leave a replay comment and say something like, "No, Graham, you don't beg on the internet. You provide the service to people. You're messing with something. The potential of that Peterson clip. Peter, you say something nice in the replay comments for a +5 on the savings throws that you're about to receive Here on the Grim Grizz stream, you get savings throws versus mind control. And as far as I know, nobody else has stolen this gimmick. When the deal is, you're swimming in mind control, such as advertisements and mind control savings throws. And so you need a savings throw against it. And I'm happy to provide you with one so long as you choose the basis for your savings throw, whether that's your survival instincts, your social network, your wisdom collected over the years, or the power of your heart. Choose one of those against the mind control. Here we go. Survival, social, wisdom, or heart. Choose. Woo! Prime 19 for you survivalists out there. Socialists, you're going to need your hive mind chat bonus to get it's an 8. An 8. Lovers of wisdom, that's a 4 for you. 4 for you. Heart folks got all 9 cylinders. And indigo kids, you made it. It's a 10. You made it with a 10. Welcome, everybody. Today's episode is Kale and Potatoes. Kale and Potatoes. You got the image. And where's Goose? You see, it broke my heart a little that, whenever he hasn't made it on a thumbnail in quite some time. He's down there in the bottom left and available in the merch products you are going to play branding and turn on right now. Remember,
there is no agency. We want what's best.
Oh, wow. Wow, I just discovered you can hit spacebar to stop the branding that's playing. And that's exciting. Here, have a casino card for the show. Welcome, everybody. Kale and Potatoes. What happened was, I was going to get ready to stream, but it turns out Kale decided to live stream in my spot on Mondays. So, if you're more of a Blue Church audience, maybe he should be my competitor this summer. Maybe we should have a neck and neck competition there, Kale. But decided to watch and troll his stream because he had this guy named Rodrier on it who likes his eggs Benedict or something. I don't know. I didn't read the book. Casino deck, card of the show, 9 of hearts. Whoa, wasn't hearts the 9? And 9 of hearts. Wow.
Yeah. Let's do that. We've put ourselves in an impossible situation with storytelling, which is that you can't tell the story anymore. Yeah. Let's do that. We've put ourselves in an impossible situation with storytelling, which is that you can't tell the story anymore. The exception has to become the center, has to become the one that's holding the center of the story. And so because of that, we've put ourselves in an impossible situation with storytelling, which is that you can't tell the story anymore.
You can't, but somehow, and remember I had to make coffee. Now I have to go get it, and it turns out that I'm just going to jump to this best part of Kale's whole show, what you've all been waiting for. But first, this is what it looks like when you broadcast it over on Twitter. Some weird ass perverts can ask you for a chat, and if you want to, he lives in my Discord. It's kind of cool. Here at 5833.
For you when it comes out. Anyway, I tell in the book for the first time publicly that I had a mystical experience myself, an actual vision back in 1993, a few months before I came into Catholicism. Nothing like that had happened before, and nothing has happened like it since. I don't give too many of the details away because some of this stuff is just too private, but I had a dream or a vision of an apocalypse, not the apocalypse, but something apocalyptic that was going to happen. And it ended with an audibly, interiorly, I heard the words, but don't, you will lose your reason, but don't be afraid, for the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, will triumph. Boom, it let me go. And I called a friend who had asked me to pray for him, and he took this as a sign of what he should do, and I thought that was great. But then I was so shaken up because this was the weirdest thing. Nothing had happened, and it was so powerfully symbolic, all the things that came. So I went to my room and got my Bible, which I barely read. I was just becoming a Christian then. Yeah. I was sitting in my living room in Washington, D.C., dead of winter. The windows are closed, the heat is on, and I felt blow across the side of my face a cool breeze. And as it crossed my face, it also seemed to blow through me and leave the words Revelation 5:5 in my mind. By then, I was like, oh my God, what is happening? So I turned to Revelation 5:5.
And I open the cognitive loop, which your brain desires for me to close until I do. Welcome to the mind control. Welcome to the mind control. This is Grimgrish's show. What are we doing? Well, you see, that guy you just saw talking, telling the story, turns out he hates me. And Kale decided to interview him on a live stream where I could have access to the Hive Mind chat. I don't think he saw it. I think if he was in his browser, he was out, probably had the private comments open, and he seemed to not be able to find his way out of StreamYards. Very good. But once upon a time, Kale and Rod had a podcast together, and they had some sort of conservative sponsors that were American. And here's the story of why Rod hates me.
The reason I bring it up now is I love truffles. Have you ever had truffles?
Now, see, that podcast came to an end, and we never heard the story. But I believed because I made this.
Fine for the Christmas season.
Man,
so, anyway,
there's nothing quite
go.
Let me just stop you right there. Is there anything quite as good as a Manhattan of the holiday seasons? With Luxardo cherries, those awesome.
Yeah. Oh.
Man.
You're speaking my language, because that is exactly what I like. I love, and And I'm just a huge Campari fan. I anything. I love Campari as well. So I got some stuff, to kind of make it work. The Luxardo cherries are not optional. They are absolutely essential. And you have to pay the $20 or whatever, $25 it is for a small jar of those cherries because they really are.
It's so worth it. I remember the first time I had them, I thought maraschino cherries were maraschino cherries. Oh,
See, it was like are you guys doing product placement in your podcast for these people? Is that what? And okay, babe, or is that what's going on there? And I felt really bad when their podcast came to an end, but they're back, and he's telling stories, and because I'm such a nice guy, I'll close that cognitive.
No. It's just an inversion. No. I don't know. I don't mean that.
Oh, I'm sorry. The branding says I shouldn't close that cognitive loop yet, but we will at some point. Get back to him finishing that story. Or you can look up Revelation 5:5 yourself.
How this could be used to allow people to connect and get past the status game. So I'm just gonna play with this right now, which is weird. It could be your CEO. It could be your boss. It could be your CEO. It could be your boss. It could be your CEO. It could be your boss. It could be your CEO. It could be your boss. Right? So that would be cool, in my opinion. That would be very cool.
Now, don't think I don't understand how the world works. Don't think I know what's up. I understand these things.
You have meddled with the primal forces of nature, Mr. Beale, and I won't have it!
And as such, I will assist in promoting the Living in Wonder, Finding Mystery and Meaning in the Secular Age, hardcover by Rod Dreher, which we discovered on just the tiniest bit of due dilettantery that it is frequently bought together with Jordan B. Peterson's new book, We Who Wrestle with God. And it's the fast. You can go watch the whole thing of the meat and the potatoes of that promotional piece where he explains what's in the book and the fascinating discussion. That you get to also watch Kale juggle a live stream. It's quite something. It's quite something. But here's fine. Here, close the loop. Here's what you've been waiting for.
And it's St. John was at the wedding feast of the Lamb, and no one has been found worthy to open the seven seals. That verse says, "An elder said to me, 'Do not weep, for the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, has triumphed and been found worthy to open the seals.'" In that moment, I knew that what had happened to me that evening was real. Mm-hmm. Even though I couldn't fully interpret all of the symbols I was able to do it eventually. But it guided me in my writing for all of my life. And I think that Benedict Option, Live Not by Lies, they all came out of this original vision, which I should say 30 years on, I live to see it come true.
And the full story is in the book, available on the Amazon to pre-order now, but you can't read it until October 22nd. As if dates and times and releases of things mean anything to anybody. Now what are you going to do? Find your aim.
But he's overcoming something rather than, a true marksman will look at the arrows available and say, if I want to hit the target, I'll pick the best arrow so that I can hit the target. A true marksman might say, all of these arrows are crap. This arrow is at least crappy in a way that I can work with. But he's overcoming something rather than, a true marksman will look at the arrows available and say, if I want to hit the target, I'll pick the best arrow so that I can hit the target. A true marksman might say, all of these arrows are crap. This arrow is at least crappy in a way that I can work with.
All right, welcome, everybody. We figured out what we're going to do for the rest of the stream. I think we've promoted the kale and the potatoes part enough. And we already covered. We're covering deeper first, the Where's Goose. And then I do have two cards, one of which is from a show that didn't happen, and the other of which just says Raj, Teo, and Nahama, because the mod squad needs to get together and do a video. I don't care what they talk about, but the three of them. Where the hell is Raj anyway? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of not seeing Raj anymore. I'm tired of not seeing Dolly anymore. What the damn hell? Blue Church card of the show is the Jack of Diamonds. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. The Goose part. Yes. Where is Goose? You can find him here. And I'm thinking we can do a new thing if you guys want to. It'd be a fun little game. If you go to the webpage version of this, I don't know what it looks like for you phone folks. There's a shop button. You hit the shop button that shows the live shop of the three featured products, such as the Denim Wars Denny vintage cap, which is a kick in the pants for any time you wear this. Kale Zeldin cries. He cries because he hates denim, but we love Denny. And if you want to click over here, you can see all of the other products available, like the inspirational poster that gives you bonuses to your savings throw versus mind control. But the cheapest item in the shop is called a hoodie, but it's a sticker, you see, and I get no money from this one. Oh, look, a Howdy Rascal sports bra. No, this one I get no profits from, but you can have Goose and put him on a magnet somewhere, or stick him somewhere, and then where's Goose? You can take a picture and show me. And then you can show me where Goose is for only $5. We can do a new thing. It'd be fun. Right? Click something.
Like love. Love is worth saving.
I don't know love. Now encompasses everything. Does it not?
It's all there is.
It's all there is.
You choose survival, social, wisdom, or heart.
Survival is a nice bottom line. That which promotes survival is good. There's a problem in there too, though, because survival of what? Maybe the survival of human beings is to bind us with machines. Well, is that us? Well, what is us? What is a human being? We're going to get to that in a minute. Remember, survival is supposedly the bottom line, but survival exactly of what? And see, I would argue the Greeks said, well, eternal life is the story going forward.
Is there echoing? Am I echoing? Anyway, let's hope not. And get to the card of the show. Power through this and get back to StarCraft. You guys are so lucky. I couldn't figure out how to make StreamYard stream StarCraft. I'd have to do it in OBS, and that's a pain in the... On this card, it says, it is known Khaleesi. It is known Khaleesi. When you hear me say it is known Khaleesi, it's a reference to the Game of Thrones show where the new queen is in the place and the ladies tell her, hey, this is how things really are, and versus how things should be. It's known this is how things work. That's the way we deal with our government corruption. It is known Khaleesi, but the kids growing up in the world are fresh and they don't know, and so they buy the wrong layer of the LARP layer cake, and that's kind of the defense against the dark arts basics. Is you believe a bunch of bullshit, and here let us tell you what it's known to fill out your background context, because background and intention networks. Yeah, all right. The cross-generational transmission of the terrain versus the map is what that is. It's you grow up in your program. This is the map of how things work, and we are older. We've experienced the actual terrain. And the cross-generationally transmitting those, the old wives' tales are gone. They're with the soap operas. They're in the soap operas now. And you know who puts what in there. let's there's this movie. See, nobody's off the hook because they told you in the movie The Incredible Shrinking Woman, and they told you again in the Batman with Jack Nicholson. So it's on you. You assume it's been normalized to shop and buy chemically processed foods, etc., etc. See, this place we're at, it's a PvP server, and not knowing any better does you no good. In fact, they probably told you, and if you can't hear it because you don't have the ears to hear when they tell you, they get bonus points for telling you and you falling for it anyway. It's a PvP server, but welcome. We can map out a better background. But we can whatever. And as it is, the last thing on this card says it's each kid versus the internet. I pretty much I assume that most parents are on their own phones and not monitoring what's on their children's phones, and then the children would just find ways to do it that weren't monitored anyway. So, but the point is, like, it's the interface with the AI or whatever is personalized. Like, they have direct access to this intimate, you're alone. It's just you and the internet thing that I am the cautionary tale product of. And as such, maybe the thing is to be places on the internet where it is known Khaleesi transmission cross-generationally. That's why I wanted to stream me playing StarCraft while I bullshitted, was so that it would communicate better with Foxman's generation, because apparently they watch people play video games. Cards done. Kale's done. Potatoes done. Where's Goose? New game, or just why didn't you guys notice he was missing from the thumbnails? I do need if anybody's a computer programmer with nothing to do, I need to have that Goose that rotates on the day so I can, and then, it's a clock. And so whatever. Thanks, somebody. I'm, special thanks to the Shadow Cabal members, Ups, and Afriel Pilots and Stephanie Christos for reminding me that people are glad I'm here and enjoy what we do together.
In all our searching, the only thing we've found that makes the emptiness bearable is each other.